Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams.
So it's one of the most common skin diseases worldwide. We're talking about plaque psoriasis. And today, one woman's journey.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. And plus, we got Ralphie in the house.
It's time to get nutty. Nut flowers are on the menu today.
Plus, how light the night is bringing light to the darkness of cancer.
The Balancing Act starts right now.
The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is the global leader in the fight against blood cancers. Since it was founded back in 1949, listen to this, Montel, more than $1.3 billion has been invested in blood cancer research.
Wow. LLS has helped advance more than 85% of the blood cancer treatments approved by the FDA since 2017.
And each year, their flagship community fundraising campaign, Light the Night, brings together approximately 1 million people at 140 evening walks across North America.
And every walk is filled with music, fireworks, and an empowering ceremony celebrating survivors, honoring patients, and remembering those we've lost. Take a look at this.
An estimated 1.3 million people in the United States are either living with or are in remission from leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma. And Caden is one of them. At 3 years old, he was diagnosed with a high-risk form of blood cancer, Philadelphia chromosome-positive acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
So as soon as we heard the diagnosis, it honestly felt like my heart imploded. I remember my hands and feet going numb, my heart was pounding, and I just collapsed on the bed. There's nothing that can prepare a parent to hear those words, and I just was overwhelmed with emotion and was in complete shock. So my mission after hearing the diagnosis was honestly just to get him through the surgeries, the chemotherapy, all the overnight hospital stays, and to try to just be there to love on him and support him through this process, as well as being there for my oldest, because I recognized that it was going to be just as challenging for him as it was for my youngest.
The Addison family found a strong support system at the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society after a friend encouraged them to sign up for Light the Night.
So about 3 months after Caden's diagnosis, I decided to start a fundraising team for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. They don't just use the money for research, which is very important for treatment, but they also use it to support the families. And they also use it to find new medication and treatment for patients who are living with this. This is obviously a very emotional time, and so I just really wanted to do my part in helping with that. The event of being able to go in person and hold lanterns up to show support for folks who are going through this was something that I was really drawn to.
Participants carry illuminated lanterns in 3 colors. Patients and survivors carry white, supporters red, and those walking in memory of loved ones lost to cancer carry gold.
So originally when I started the team, I was just going to post a link for the Light the Night team that I had created, but I decided that I wanted to share Caden's story on Facebook as well as on my Instagram account. So I was completely overwhelmed by the response that we received. My original goal was only $1,000, and within 48 hours we had raised over $3,000. At the end of all of this, we ended up raising well over $10,000. Was brought to tears several times just by people's generosity. It really showed the power of the community that I had and all the support that my family had throughout this journey.
Each Light the Night event is an inspirational and memorable evening where family, friends, and coworkers gather to celebrate, remember, and honor those touched by cancer, like Caden, who is LLS's National Honored Hero of the 2021 Light the Night campaign.
I was very surprised when they asked him to be the National Honored Hero. Obviously, I'm biased, and I think my son is the cutest and the sweetest little boy, but we were very honored and so proud that he could represent the organization that has, been such a blessing to us. I've been able to connect with other parents and specifically other mothers who have been through a similar journey. You immediately know that person's deepest pain, and it's an instant connection. The Leukemia Lymphoma Society has been such an incredible support throughout this journey. They have people that I can reach out to whenever I need support. There are people who have dedicated their lives, people who have dedicated their time to something that is going to positively impact my son. So even though this was hands down the hardest thing that I had ever experienced in my life, I didn't want this time and this diagnosis to be in vain. I really wanted to be able to channel the energy, the hurt, the anger into something positive to make an impact not just for Caden, but other families that come after us. So I'm really looking forward to this year's Light the Night and the opportunity to celebrate in person around other survivors and other supporters of this cause.
You can participate, donate, sponsor, or volunteer for a Light the Night event by visiting lightthenight.org. And for helpful information and support services, visit lls.org.
About almond flour. It's low in carb and it's gluten-free. It's a healthier option, but the folks at Nature's Eats, who are the leading nut experts, have just upped the game with their latest innovation, the ultimate nut flour. Let's get started using their new hero. Today, we are making a seasonal favorite, comfort food at its finest, the legendary Gobble Gobble turkey pot pie. That's right, sinfully delicious without all the calories. And this flour performs, bakes, and rises similar to traditional all-purpose flour. And bonus, it's gluten-free. And now it's time to get nutty. Watch this. I'm gonna take some soft cream cheese. I popped it in the microwave for 30 seconds just to loosen it up a little bit. Over here, 2 beaten eggs. Enter the dragon. Now I'm just gonna give it a little spin around. I just got a big fork here. You could use a spoon or a bowl or a wooden spoon, whatever you want. Here's the deal. Nature's Eats has been family owned and operated for 3 generations. This family has traveled and worked with the nuttiest farmers and chefs all over the world. They know nuts. Their original nut flour right here line includes some of the varieties you see here. There's cashew, pecan, almond. You can fill in the blanks. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, dessert. Now let's talk about this. I've got the beaten egg, the cream cheese, and now some shredded cheese, baking powder, and to this I add the ultimate nut flour. The ultimate nut flour is perfectly ground to the right texture. All these flours are super high in protein, and they really simply just taste better. And when you get it all together, you can just mash it into the same size as your turkey pot pie dish here. Make a little bit of design over the top if you want. I'm gonna pop it in the oven. I've already taken the liberty. Oh wow, this smells so good. Oh, you know, the aroma when you cook with the nut flours is absolutely amazing. This kitchen smells so good right now. Let me show you a couple of the other tricks that I've got. I've made these beautiful, delicious protein-packed pancakes. They've got a little berry compote and some mango sauce on the side. Over here, pecan flour. Here I've got a salad with candied bacon, candied pecans, a little bit of fresh Florida citrus and greens mixed all together. And last but not least over here, how about gluten-free cookies? They sound fantastic and ooh la la to me. It's got salted butter on the top of it. They're absolutely incredible. They are so delicious and they are fantastic. The nut flour is gonna be packed with protein, so you're gonna get something good out of it. So many options and recipes at natureseats.com. You gotta check it out. And you can find their products where? Nationwide, at local super centers and at Amazon.com. For more information, you can go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Right now, I want to remember that this has been a quick bite, but chew slowly.
You know, our skin is our largest organ, but imagine feeling uncomfortable living in it. Well, for those suffering from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is an everyday reality.
And today we're going to talk about an exciting treatment option for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
But 1st, let's hear what it's like to live with this condition.
Holly Carroll is a 40-something wife, teacher, and mother of 3 girls, including a young teenager and 8-year-old twins. She's a quintessential all-American Southern girl.
Hi, my name is Holly Hobbs Carroll. I'm 42 years old. I live in Palm City, Florida with my husband, who I've been married to for 15 years. His name is Austin. We have 3 beautiful girls. Our oldest is 12, and we also have twin 8-year-olds. We're a very active family. Enjoy the sunshine, being outdoors. You can probably tell from my accent that I am truly from the South. I live in Florida now, but I grew up all my years in a very small rural town in South Georgia. Like most teenagers, I started struggling with breakouts. So as a young person, I started seeing a dermatologist, and I've always been a little self-conscious about my skin.
Then, in her early 20s, Holly noticed another skin problem, a flaky patch on her scalp. Within a few years, it had begun to affect most of her body. Eventually, Holly, like more than 2 million other Americans, was diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
For someone who deals with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, it's very aggravating. It can be itchy, it can cause flaky patches, plaques on your skin that just frankly hurt. They hurt at times when you have flare-ups, and some of the plaques can actually bleed, and it can make you very self-conscious. Not only does it physically impact you, but it can become emotionally impacting as well. I have enjoyed Pilates very much, and when I sit up from the mat, I'm wondering and worried, did I leave flaky skin behind? Do they see the spots on my arms? And you worry, oh my goodness, does this person think I have bad hygiene? What if they think that it's contagious?
For years, Holly struggled to find relief. In 2019, she met Dr. Melinda Greenfield, a 20-year veteran board-certified dermatologist and a passionate advocate for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis patients.
Obviously, we live in a very visual society, and anything that we have that's going to be on the outside of our skin is a disease process for everyone to see. Psoriasis is a genetic and inherited disorder. So it's not going to be something that you're going to catch from your friend or that you're going to catch from your neighbor. The process of psoriasis is that it affects the immune system and it speeds up the growth of the cells. So the normal process, which should take about 30 days, is sped up and it takes about 7 days, and that causes the development of the obvious plaques that we see in psoriasis.
According to experts like Dr. Greenfield, the search for an effective treatment option for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis has sometimes been as challenging as the disease itself.
Now what we have available is we have targeted therapies. So rather than blanketing the immune system to suppress the inflammatory cells that create the process of psoriasis, we are now able to target therapies to the specific aspect of the immune system that is triggering the flare in these patients. Biologic agents are targeted therapies that target a specific aspect of the immune system. They can come from either plant or animal sources, and by targeting the immune system, they diminish the overactive aspect that contributes to the findings that we see in patients that have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Ilumya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections, pills, or phototherapy. The most common side effects of Ilumya include upper respiratory infections, injection site reactions, and diarrhea. These side effects were comparable to those reported by the control group in the study. In other words, patients who received a placebo. These are not all the possible side effects of Ilumya. Call your doctor for medical advice about Ilumya as a potential treatment option for you.
Ilumya regulates the action of the IL-23 molecule, which is a key protein in the inflammatory process in patients that have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. And by regulating this, we're able to reduce the obvious thickness and inflammation that we see on the skins of patients that have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
With Ilumya, patients can experience clear skin in fewer doses than most other biologics.
Ilumya is administered by a healthcare provider in the office. and it is administered with fewer doses than most other biologics used to treat moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, with 1 injection every 12 weeks. That way, treating moderate to severe plaque psoriasis does not have to be a daily, weekly, or even monthly chore. Long-term disease control is a key consideration for me when prescribing a treatment. It's reassuring that Ilumya helps most patients achieve clear or almost clear skin, starting in as little as 2 doses. And 5 years into treatment, they're still seeing results. That being said, results may vary from patient to patient, and it's important that you consult with your doctor before starting on any treatment. In clinical trials, 60% of people saw clear or much clearer skin at 12 weeks after just 2 doses.
After meeting with Dr. Greenfield, I decided to put my faith in her and try Ilumya. After only 2 doses, my skin was significantly clearer. Personally for me, I have not experienced any side effects while taking Ilumya, but some common side effects may include upper respiratory infections, injection site reactions, and diarrhea. What I would say is just talk to your doctor and find a treatment plan that works for you, because everyone is different, but this is just personally how Ilumya has helped me with my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Ilumya reduces the burden on my patient as well as on myself as the doctor, because with quarterly injections, the patient's able to come into the office and receive their injection at the same time that I would be wanting to follow them up and monitor their progress. Ilumya is covered by commercial insurance and by Medicare Part B, which is a great option for my patients over the age of 65. For those under 65 not covered by Medicare, Ilumya offers low or no-cost options depending upon eligibility. IL-23 inhibitors like Ilumya are some of the most advanced medications that I have seen throughout my career for the treatment of moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
Now I'm able to wear any color clothing that I want to, and I'm not worried about wearing my hair down and having flakes on my shirt. For somebody who's been very self-conscious about their skin for years, I'm happy in my skin now. I'm very thankful that I met Dr. Greenfield. She has been an advocate for me, and I want to be an advocate for others who are suffering with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. She's empowered me to make better healthcare decisions, and I just know that there's a treatment out there that has worked for me, and because of that, I'm happier in my own skin.
To hear other inspiring patient stories, go to Ilumya.com/patient-stories. And if you're interested in learning more about Ilumya, go to Ilumya.com.
And for psoriasis support, you can go to psoriasis.org, or as always, go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Thanks so much for joining us today.
And remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
And you know what you got to do. You got to stay safe, love your family. We'll see you next time.